Well, here's the view from what's going to be Kaylee's area up here above the garage. Beautiful view from up here. You can see everything. But this morning I am working on getting more flooring in the storage areas. Must be too hot for the phone up here. I keep pushing the record button, walking over to it, shut it back off when I'm done, and it's already off. So, and I know it's not too full because I just got done emptying some stuff out, or Judy did, onto her computer, and yet I'm having troubles recording. So I've got a piece of plywood that's 48 inches wide with slots cut in it. It's going to go from, where are we at here? In that corner, 2, 4, 6, 8, up to the board right here. It's going to have notches in it for that one, that one, that one, and a little notch on this corner here. But it's got to go in on an angle like this to fit through there. And then you got to keep sliding it down through, down through, down through, down through, down through to get all the way down to the end, and then drop it in so it'll fill in the gaps between the trusses. That's going to be a bugger. I might end up having to get help on that one before I get it all the way through there. We shall see. Well, guys, I just realized something else here. I was getting ready to cut my notches in there, and I can go ahead and cut this notch in 2 feet from the end. But this one right here, I'm just going to let the sheet go all the way to the far side at 3 inches and cut it right off there, because these are 2x12 on the bottom of these right here. And out here, they're 2x4. They're in line with the other dormer over there. And since there's no dormer straight across from it here, they just want the 2x4s over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I debated on getting some 2x12s and going across there and bringing them up to the same height so that could all be flat all the way across there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2x6s and plate this 2x4 with a 2x6 over here and notch it to fit up on top of the little support down here. Same thing on this one and this one. So I have 2x6s going across here, resting on top of the wooden plate on the cement there, and nailed to the 2x4 all the way across here, and coming back here and fastened on over here, resting on a ledge here, and then I'll probably even put a little joist hanger around them. And then I will have my floor coming across at 2x12 height to there. It'll drop down to 2x6 height, go across there, and then back here it'll come up to 2x12 height and go across. It's just for storage in here, and that'll allow if there's something a little taller you want to store in here or whatever. And also it doesn't cost as much as putting 2x12s in there, and we don't need them. It's just simply storage. But it'll all still be usable and all be something where you can put something in there without it caving in the ceiling of the garage. So that's the game plan over here. I hadn't even noticed that before. that drop area, a lot of that's going to be done from down below in the garage. And the garage is really, that's a tall reach because it needs another 2.5, 3 foot of backfill down in there yet. So got a long ways up to these 2x4s here. That'd probably be easier to frame those from down below than it would from up here. Okay, everybody, right up there is where we're going to be working. This is the area on the north side across from one of the dormers. You look over to the south side, we're down in the garage below the area where Kaylee's going to be living. There's a dormer right above where these boards go this way, 8 foot wide dormer facing south. There's another 8 foot wide dormer facing south that way. A little bit of roof in between. There's this floor in between here, but so there's dormer there, dormer there. On the north side here, there's a dormer on this one. So you can see those crossboards go all the way to the edge. There's a dormer right there. But then we've got the we have 2x12 trusses here, here. This is across from the other, there's no dormer on this side. They didn't need heavy boards to walk on across here, so they just stuck some little partial trusses out here that had 2x4s for the bottoms. But you can see that the guys that installed them for me broke the bottom edges of them. Same thing with the top of the 2x4 laying across this one on this side here. It'll be up. So the top of it's at 5.5 inches. Now I'll have OSB flooring across all of that, and that'll be more storage area off the side of Kaylee's room on the north side of the room. But I got to get at it from down here. Luckily, Judy bought me this 3-legged orchard ladder a few years ago, which works good in this very uneven garage floor that needs a whole bunch of fill added in here yet. So we'll get some boards cut and notched. You can see there's a 2x4 there for them to rest on. Right here is 2x4 going across here that the other trusses are resting on. So I get my notch in here for the 2x4. Maybe I'll have to do this around a little bit. Like so. Little nail there can see me hammer it over a little bit. Clamp this up here temporary for a minute. I should have my microphone on so you guys can hear me better. I got it. Let me get it on. It's all metal back there. Okay. Okay. And maybe I'll take that clamp up there. Just pull it a little tight before I put the nails in. Just to make sure it's tight. Sometimes if a board has a little bit of bow to it, if your nail's not going straight in, sometimes it actually keeps the boards from going tight together. Now it sounds weird, but I can't explain it. My hand's full up here, but there. Now they're tight together. I could stand one more in the bottom down here. There. Get that out of my way. Better not do that. Okay, she's nailed together good. Now these next two, I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive on them, besides just nails, because part of the board is split off on that end. Like I said, whatever mistake they made it twice in a row. I found a few places where they had to cut things up, and I was glad for what they did. They saved my bacon. I needed to have that floor covered before the next snow, and they got it done. So I'm very appreciative of that. But I have had to go through and fix quite a few areas that were left half done or done poorly because they were trying to hurry up and get things covered for winter. So I guess sometimes you got a little trade-off there. Just thought I'd give you guys a little different view of size of the garage. Like I said, the inside here is about 33 feet front to back, and I believe 45 east to west, side to side. Has 3 10-foot wide doors with about 2 feet between them. So that'd be 34. We got about 4 foot on that end, that'd be about 48. We got about 5 foot down there. Wait a minute. 30, 34, 38. And about 5 down there, 43 or 44 inside. Outside, I think, is 45, I believe is that. Maybe that's what I was remembering. And wall is just over a foot thick.